going to say it's not well defined or even understood at all, but do you have any working theories on what might be causing these, like apart from, things like heavy metals? Do you know why these things are happening in such a specific part of the brain?
The dopaminergic cells?
Yeah, in the substantia nigra.
Well, they're very sensitive. They're highly functional. They use a lot of energy. So it's a bit like the hippocampus. I mean, if there's something wrong, if the neuron doesn't have its perfect environment, it will just spit the dummy and die, or dysfunction. That's why in cases of hypoxia, the hippocampal neurons were the first ones to go. Drop blood supply, and that's it. Hippocampus first to go. Well, the dopaminergic neurons are again similar in that respect, that they're if neurons are the most sensitive cells in the body, then the dopamine ones are right up the top of sensitivity. They're quite new age and what have you. So there is a line of thought that the disease spreads from the gut. There's something wrong with the microbiome, and there's something, the alpha-synuclein dysfunction actually starts, the propagation starts, goes up the vagus nerve and then into the brainstem. And once it gets into the brainstem, who's the most sensitive group of cells in the brainstem?
Right.
So even though you might not get the clinical effects immediately, although some of the prodromal effects of Parkinson's disease, can be autonomic. The patients will have, autonomic dysfunction as an early sign, and then diagnosis is with the motor signs. But even then, it may take 10, 15 years before they're expressed clinically. So, if it comes up through the vagus nerve and then it starts to spread into the brainstem, we've got those very sensitive things in the midbrain, and they're gonna get upset, and they'll be among the first to go.